Let's go.
Henry, you ready? Okay, we start. Yes, thank you very much. Who is watching ATV? We promised and we are delivering. It is exactly 28 minutes past 5 p.m. here in Uganda. But what's the case for that one who is in is it Munich in Germany? Perhaps it must be a different story. Now, what you are watching right now is the Startup Talk with Sankara Biruhanga. It is a hit TV. We are brought to you by Empower Youth in Technology, a youth tech hub in Barala. It is meant to, mentor young people in developing their innovative businesses, tech businesses, and also growing a tech community in Barala. We are implementing our program, the Startup Garage, and we are looking at how we can, transform startups into successful businesses. Now, we won't waste time. We will be switching to Germany, Munich. This is where our comrade Ndugu Franc Kamugyisha, who hails from Ibanda and is also the founder of Ecoplastile, is right now in Germany. Say hi to the viewers, Ndugu Franc.
Thank you very much, Sankara, and the viewers of ATV. So I'm super excited to be hosted today, and we have a great conversation about the Startup Talk.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow, we will strictly move to you're in Germany. I don't know, quickly, maybe if I could steal just one of your minutes, you could share with the audience what it is like to be in Germany.
Oh, I mean, it's a story that I think it's summer here, and
Yes.
it's very interesting. So the weather is literally the same as in Uganda, because summer means some kind of sunshine, and people are outside, they're enjoying life, and it's not really too much cold like it used to be in winter. So I mean, summer is a good thing, and being in Germany, of course, is an interesting thing also to be here, because you meet new people and great people, definitely, and I think that's a good thing about it.
Okay, we take that as a beautiful stinger over there. Now, we understand that a few years ago, you were at Ibanda University, serving there and until you left, and what we started to hear years later was Ecoplastile, gentleman that does roofings out of plastics. If you could briefly, like 3 minutes, describe how you started Ecoplastile, so that whoever is viewing us would also have, a feel of why you.
Well, great, fantastic. Well, like you said, I'm called Franc Kamugyisha, and I'm the team leader at Ecoplastile. We are the first Ugandan company that is revolutionizing the way the construction sector operates. And we introduced a plastic polymer sand engineered roofing tile that is made out of 100% plastic waste. That's a very good product. I mean, it is 2 times more lighter in weight, 3 times more durable, and with 0 breakages. And so our goal is to save the cost of construction by over 35%, so that we enable you guys to achieve your dreams of having beautiful houses moving forward. But I mean, going back to the Ecoplastile story, this is, it came up as a personal story. And that was in 2018 when I was still working with Ibanda University as a director of estates.
Yes.
So I took a trip to Kampala one day, and when I came to Kampala, I had an opportunity to sleep at one of my colleagues who used to stay in a slum community. And the experience there was not a good one, because I saw too much plastic, like littered everywhere where I was sleeping. And it was so unfortunate that the day when I visited a colleague in Kampala is when it rained heavily, and we got shocked by the amount of plastic that invaded our house where we were sleeping that night. And so the experience to me, something came into my mind. I was like, oh, I think we should do something about plastic waste pollution. And that's how the idea of Ecoplastile came into place. And we started R&D, finding opportunities in the waste management, the whole of 2018, 2019. Yeah, and we're able to launch in late 2019 with some fantastic products, and we've seen growth over the years.
Wow, thank you very much. It sounded like it was so smooth, but I want to think it wasn't at all. Now, a little bit, maybe just started within the sort of 30 seconds, you transition from Uganda to starting. Did you entirely use what I would say savings from the university? What was the start like in terms of capital?
Fantastic question. I think the start has always never been simple at all.
Yes.
But you see, when you talk about startups and being a founder and a CEO, some people think it's an easy job to do. I think one of the most hardest jobs I've ever had to experience is being a startup founder, especially in an environment like Uganda where there are no it is really not easy in Uganda to have a startup and then grow it, because it is really even evident that we are the most entrepreneurial country in the world, but the rate at which businesses die is so high that most businesses don't live to celebrate their first birthdays.
Yes.
But now going to my personal experience with Ecoplastile, I definitely didn't have the money. I know I'm not here to be a motivational speaker. I don't want to really, tell people that you can do nothing. No, you have to begin with something. And to me, the biggest thing that I had was that great idea. I didn't have the money, but I had a great idea and I had the passion that I could really transform this into something viable. So yeah, I sat down, I borrowed a laptop from my colleague. I had a colleague of mine called Osbert, and this is a true story about myself. So I borrowed the laptop and I started working on what I wanted to do, which is Ecoplastile. And I set up everything and what I wanted to do. I developed all the concepts and designed the products I wanted to produce. And yeah, after having what we call a prototype, I started moving, finding the right people in terms of partners, co-founders and stuff like that. And yeah, I was able to finally attract some resources. And when we talk about resources, some people think maybe it's money. No, resources is not entirely money. Because if it wasn't because of people, then I don't think I would have gotten the money anyway. But the end goal definitely is to get money. But money isn't the biggest resource for you to launch a startup, because like I said, just a great idea and the passion to do it.
Ndugu Frank, maybe before we go into literacy and what, that very point is a big one. We're talking financial or resource mobilization. Like you see, myself, I can't even afford or to differentiate the two. But in fact, why you majorly you're on this show is because you have a plus in lobbying or mobilizing resources. One would think that you've entirely, single-handedly championed growing Ecoplastile with, I would say, funders for support from different sources. What's your magic, in case I also want, anyway, develop that?
Yeah, like I said, of course, in the beginning, the magic is having a great idea and believing that you can really transform this world. Yes. I'm a crazy thinker. That is in the first place. I believe that if I can't do something, then there's no one who can do it. That's my crazy thinking. So I think people have really I've really benefited from a lot of support coming from individuals to organizations to companies, both locally and internationally. And what I want to tell you is that even if it is an investor or it is a funder, I mean, not for profit organization wanting to fund, investors don't like normally invest in ideas. That is my experience, but they invest in people. So you must position yourself to be that person who can convince a person that what you're building actually has the potential to scale in the first place. It has the potential to make money, and it has the potential to make impact. And those are the three things I've been, using. You must make sure that what you're building has the potential to scale. It can make money, so it's financially sustainable and has potential to make impact.
Well, having potential or impact, all that starts with, me identifying anyway how this could be. But there's one particular, another step that you take. I do not know. Maybe what has been, okay, perhaps you could first sort of summarize. I remember, for example, I personally know that you won Tony Elumeru, foundation support. How did you do that particularly? Perhaps someone could follow a real life step sort of line.
Yeah, sure. And I think maybe the Tony Elumeru Entrepreneurship Program is one of the programs that is easily to win. And like I said, it was actually one of our the programs that funded our idea in the beginning. It was the first ever 5,000 United States dollars that we received as part of funding for our company. And what I did, of course, I saw a call and sat down and wrote a business plan. I wrote to the Tony Elumeru Foundation, and they accepted me into their program. It was a bit easier for me because I was from the business background, but even not coming from the business background itself, but I had the opportunity to surround myself with other entrepreneurs from Uganda who were selected by the Tony Elumeru Foundation at that particular time. And we were able to assist each other in refining our business plans to make sure that everyone who was selected in Uganda received the funding. And that's why I said resources is not just about the money, but the people themselves that you meet along the way. And we got the money. And after that, money has been flowing. We cannot tell how much money we've raised so far. It's not too much money, but we've really gotten money from different foundations, and we are now ready to be sustainable by selling the roofing tiles, which we are commercially launching by end of September this year.
Okay, talking about launching, we could first perhaps hear a few about Ecoplastile and perhaps why you are in Germany. A few products, yes, a little bit, and perhaps if there is the same path that took you to Germany, we could first also interestingly hear that. A boy from Uganda now speaking from Munich.
Yeah, fantastic. First of all, it's a pleasure for me to be in Munich right now. And I'm in Germany for the One Young World Summit, which is probably the world's leading global platform for young leaders across the world. And it definitely draws incredible leaders from over 190 countries across the world to come together and talk about policy, talk about their successes and share their experiences and, of course, opportunities for growth. And I am here as part of the Audi Environmental Foundation. I received a scholarship. Audi is one of the world's leading car brands that is based here in Germany. And they extended a scholarship because of the work that I do at Ecoplastile to promote sustainable building materials that looks at reducing the carbon footprint of the construction sector. enabling people to access affordable housing, as well as reducing the effects of climate change by, recycling plastics. And yeah, so definitely throughout this week, last week and this week, we've been able to showcase our innovation to the different clients. And yeah, it's been a very fantastic trip here in Germany. And like I said, the more networks you grow, you develop, the more you become more sustainable, the more you begin thinking of maybe going to different countries and stuff like that. So it's really been a great honor to be here in Germany, and yeah, we enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Douglas Smith is one of the viewers. He says, proud of you, Frank. Hilary Mohangazi says, thank you very much. Well done. And thank you, Hilary, for watching. Maybe one last one, a quick one. A few people are sort of puzzled with growing both the entrepreneur or someone who goes ahead and starts the startup, and then also the startup itself. In this case, if someone said, Frank is moving faster than Ecoplastile, is that true?
Thank you very much, Sankara.
Yes.
And to the viewers, my colleague Douglas Smith of Sportrise Uganda, he's also building an incredible brand in the country. So proud of him. And my colleague, I think here at Mhangazi, that must be my alumnus whom I went with to the university. But I mean, going back to the question that you just posed.
Yes, balancing the entrepreneur and business.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, of course, the business will always really move very faster than you, because there are two brands. Either there's a brand of you as an individual, and then there's a brand of me. But to me, I think businesses really grow very faster than us, the founders, and that's why in most cases, most of the founders in the world, those who have come, who have taken a bold step to start companies, sometimes they are replaced as CEOs. You start up a company and you reach at a point where you really cannot move it further, and you are replaced to get the most able CEOs to move these companies moving forward. So that one is an illustration that the company can move faster than you as an individual. And I think it's important that for us as young change makers, we accept that there is a time when you really reach at a point and you are not able, sometimes you are not able to move these companies moving forward. That now calls for either finding very incredible people that you surround with yourself so that you're able to move forward and move at the pace the company is moving. But one key thing I want you to get, and maybe to the viewers, is that our companies move so faster than we can move. And we have to be on the train. We have to also be moving faster so that these companies don't leave us behind. Because if they leave us behind, then it becomes meaningless.
Wow. There's an interesting one, Ronald Tushabe. He's one proud guy from Uganda. Every time you mention Uganda, he must be there. And I think he joined this because you are actually from the area. He says, thanks for making Uganda proud. It is committed to giving such young entrepreneurs an opportunity to show the world that they are capable of doing it. He's our team leader at Empower Youth in Technology, CEO, and I don't know, what do you have to say about his comment?
Yeah, you guys at the EIT, you're doing such an amazing job, because I understand the reason as to why, as Africans, we are not moving so fast is that we do not have the platform. We have so many young people out there who are trying to develop innovations, but they don't have the platforms. They don't have the environment, the enabling environment for them to come out and speak about what they are growing. And for you coming up and set up this kind of a platform where you're able to invite, young people trying to do something in their day-to-day lives is such an incredible thing that I think, everyone should really be proud about your work.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, thank you. I understand you must be catching the flight in the next few minutes. We cannot go any, maybe further than this, but maybe a quick question here to Shabe Ronald again says, what do you tell other entrepreneurs who are struggling to grow their businesses? You have some word about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, it's a whole big story. I mean, I could, it's a whole big story about that. But
he says, especially on the issue of capital mobilization.
Yeah. Sure. That's a great one. I want to first of all say this: if you're going to do business because you want money, probably you're going to be making a very wrong decision. If you want to do entrepreneurship and you're thinking you're going to get money tomorrow, I advise you to stay either employed or accept to remain unemployed. I mean, you just have to stay wherever you are because it's really never easy to get the money. But you have to, first of all, before you even go to raise the money, I could maybe share just two, which is what I think is very key. Now, you have to do key three things. And the first thing is, one, to find the right team. You have to find the right team for you to be able to first of all, develop a great product, because nobody's going to give you funding if you don't have a right product, if you don't have a product to show. So you must find people, great people, like you must get the best people who will help you develop the best product, and that product must be a solution to someone's day-to-day problem. So when you have the team, you have a product. It could be just a simple product, a prototype. I mean, you don't have to get, a product that is, even today, I was listening to the BMW story. This is one of the leading car brands in the world, how they started. And they showed us their first car that they made. The products keep improving. You have to improve the product, otherwise the market will leave you behind, because like I said, companies be going very faster, the market goes very faster, and you have to make sure that you're also going very faster in that direction. So you have just to get a simple prototype of your product. You have a team, a simple prototype of the product, and then go find the right sources of finance. I am sorry to say this, but most Ugandans spend a lot of time on social media spreading hate, talking nonsense. I'm sorry to say this, but we spend a lot of our time on social media doing everything, sharing a lot of, things that really don't add value to us. And there is a lot of opportunities on internet. You pay for data and use your data to, share things that don't matter, and yet you could use that data to go and look for opportunities out there. Opportunities can never find you where you are. You have to find these opportunities. But even before these opportunities, before you go to find these opportunities, the opportunities must find you prepared. Like I said, you must have a team, you must have some product, and then you must have a plan on how you want to sustain that product, how you want to take this product to the market, and how sustainable it is going to be moving forward. I think those are some of the best practices that have worked for me. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Frank. One Solo Enoch is another follower here, says thank you. And trust me, this must be the last one. Beyond funding and grants.
The last one, Ankara, it should be the last one because I really have to do my flight. I want to begin about it. Sure.
Wow. Thank you very much. It was a short one. Beyond funding, beyond grants, I don't know if you have any single line you could drop to someone there running a startup on how to do organic, sales, grow and sell, and have your money apart from grants and all that. I don't know if you have any comment about it.
Sure. That's a very great. I think you maybe made it magical so that this comes last. The most sustainable way to running a business is through sales. And I need to be gotten. The most sustainable way to running a business is through sales. You're not going to be sustainable if your business is 100% funded by grants and donations. And if you're thinking of even attracting investment like VCs or any other form of investment, investors are not going to invest in your company if they see that the company has been depending on donations for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So you must make sure that you do this organic way of growing your company. I'm not saying that don't go for grants, because I mean, grants is also one way of funding your company, but make sure that you're able, as you get the grant, use that grant to show some traction, make some sales, be able to show that, oh, we got this grant and we were able to push ourselves to this stage. And yeah, through friends, let's take use of social media, because we are in an era where information is everywhere. We can use social media to do simple marketing. You can use word of mouth. And yeah, it's not just about the money, but it's about doing something that you really love to do. And in the end, money should really become a byproduct. I want to be caught by saying this. Money should be a byproduct. Just find a solution. Go find the right people who have the problem that you want to solve and pitch to them your solution. Money will just be a byproduct. Thank you very much for hosting this.
Yes, son. Thank you very much for joining us. We could have to let you go for our flight, but please represent us very well, because you're representing the whole of Uganda, most especially the people of Uganda.
Exactly. And just maybe one thing, guys, if you're there watching or you get an opportunity to watch this episode, it is very possible that everyone can make it in life. What you set your mind on is what you achieve. Just go, think crazily, be that person who can make this world a better place for humanity and the planet. And this is the only time that we have to change this world. I thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Frank, once again, and see you when you come back. More success to Ecoplastile.
Bye.
next time, this is AETV, the Startup Talk. Thank you very much.